Hey everyone, Gil or Grayman Prepping. On today's episode of Your Prep for Today, I want to talk to you about something. Well, it's a reminder, but I want to talk to you about checking what you have in your supplies already for food. So basically, you're going to audit your food supply. Now, when you're auditing your food supply, don't just audit your long-term stuff where you have all the big buckets and everything that's all put away somewhere else. Audit your indoor pantry as well, your kitchen pantry, your prepper pantry, whatever you want to call it. Everywhere you have food, audit it. Chest freezers, upright freezers, your refrigerator and freezer, every place you have food stored, audit it, including and especially what you have canned yourself. You need to keep a track of what you have, what the purchase dates were for the ones that you bought, the date you canned it for the ones you canned yourself, the date you froze the stuff that you put in the freezer, because sometimes stuff that goes in the freezer is stuff you've cooked up and you put it in a container and you've frozen it. And it could be like one of those seal a meal food saver bags, and you seal it up and do that. Make sure you write on those the date that you did it. So you need to make sure you have everything dated. You need to make sure everything is counted so you know exactly how much food you have and how long it's going to last. Now, I've been asked several times, well, how much food do you have? Well, our goal is to have over 7 years worth of food stored. When you got that much food, you got to make sure you keep a good inventory of it and that you have everything set up so you go through it as in the first in, first out. So the first thing you've added to it is going to be the first thing you're using. And the last thing that went in there is going to be the last thing you're going to be using. So as you add more stuff onto it, the latest one goes to the back of the shelf. Or if you have one of those can solidators where you put the can and go to the that's an automatic system. You put the newest ones on top and it goes down and you're pulling the oldest ones off the bottom. You do the same thing with your all your other supplies that you have that is perishable. Now, I'm not talking about stuff like toilet paper or other things like that, but we're just talking about food supply today. So go ahead, audit your food supply. One of the things, several ways you can do it. You can do it with a laptop, and where you have like an Excel spreadsheet on the laptop, and you're just going there. Okay, we got this, typing everything in. You can have a notebook where you have it going through and just doing it. You can do a combination of the two, where you have everything on the computer, and you print out the pages, put those pages in a notebook, and you go through. Okay, we got this. Oh nope, I got rid of those. Scratch some of those off. Change this number to that number. Change and go through. And then when you find something that you didn't put into your system, oh, okay, you can write it in on a blank line. Okay, we now have this and that way you can add it in when you put all the information into the computer. And some people go, oh, you don't want to have it in a computer because if the power goes out, or the grid goes down permanently, you'll never be able to access your computer. Bull pucky. If you've been following instructions and doing what I've been telling you to do, when the power goes out, you'll still be able to access your computer just fine. All right? In fact, I have stuff set up so that I can access and do printing and everything else for years after the grid goes down. So, audit your food supply, see what you have, make sure you have enough, and make sure you're not sitting there with one item that you have buku amounts of that you hardly ever use. Remember, store what you eat what you store. All right? So, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month. Good skills to learn? Well, first aid, what we always taught as scouts, but cooking, outdoor cooking, canning, gardening, good skills to learn. All right. And speaking of gardening, grow something indoors. Next year we're doing the indoor food challenge, But this year you can get yourself ready for it by experimenting and finding out what you can grow indoors. All right? Now, if you're wondering, well, why do I gotta need to grow stuff indoors? Have you been paying attention at the grocery store? Prices of food are going out of this sight, and you need to grow stuff.